အသက်တစ်ချောင်းရှင်တန်ရေးလူဈေးကြတနက်ကဈေးတက်ခစ်ပြက်ကြီးထဲမှာလေတမားစပါးရှာမတွေ့အလုတ်တမားလောက်အားပြက်စစ်စုံထောက်တွေကြီးဆိုတခိုးတွေတာခစ်ထဝီမြစားတော့မောက်မောက်မားမားမတရားတဲ့ခစ်ကြီးထဲမှာတက္ကသိုလ်ကြီးတွေတင်ချိုင်းရောက်ပလတ်စတစ်စုပ်ကောက်နေတဲ့ဒုတ်ကလေးငယ်ထွက်ပေါက်လွယ်ပါမလားလူအတက်တွေနဲ့အာနာဆက်တိုင်ထောက်တာဟာတိဆောက်ရေးမဟုတ်ပါအတက်မိတ်နေတဲ့ဤခစ်ကြီးထဲမှာမင်းဘယ်လိုအသက်ရှင်အောင်မွေးမလဲတငယ်ချင်းတင်မိုး2000
Slums are the manifestation of a wide range of socio-economic problems. For a slum alleviation policy to be effective over the long term, a two-pronged approach is required. A targeted approach, directly addressing the specific conditions of slum poverty, and a broad-based approach, being integrated into a wider set of policies aimed at reducing the various dimensions of urban poverty. These dimensions include employment and income opportunities, as well as access to documentation and collateral required to access finance through formal channels. While recognizing the need for an integrated approach, our report will examine more narrowly the policies specific to slum reduction in Yangon. Yangon's current solution of forcibly evicting slum dwellers from their land has proven counterproductive. They have driven entire communities of people to seek out new places of settlement in undesirable areas, for instance in rebel territory. Furthermore, forced evictions destroy small businesses and livelihoods, nurtures an environment of violence and instability, and plunge displaced persons further into poverty. As an alternative to forced evictions, we propose a multifaceted slum upgrading policy with the following aspects. First, in the immediate term, infrastructure upgrading of Yangon's existing settlements is the most cost-effective solution that has a direct impact on the living conditions of slum dwellers. One key aspect of upgrading is the provision of easily accessible, reliable, and safe communal water sources to slum communities, which will also reduce incidences of related communicable diseases. These include diarrhea, dysentery, malaria, and tuberculosis, which have been identified as most prevalent in Yangon's townships. Second, a strategy for poverty housing tailored to Yangon's circumstances must be designed. We recognize that a solution of public housing is a complex one that requires complementary provision of land rights, infrastructure planning, and provision of public services. Furthermore, public housing has not been successful in cities such as Dhaka, Mumbai, and Lagos for a variety of reasons, such as budgetary and space constraints, low quality of public housing, slum dwellers' inability to afford rent, and corrupt officials. It is likely that similar constraints also exist in Yangon. Therefore, in the short term, we propose first providing slum dwellers with some degree of tenure security through tenure regularization or quasi-legal titling. Providing them with a registered place to live will represent a step forward in obtaining access to bank loans or saving schemes. Rents can be charged below market rates to ensure affordability. Nevertheless, the government can consider public housing projects in the long term. Third, we encourage collective action through the proactive clustering of slum communities with a collective upgrading agenda. These communities can encourage participation in savings groups to generate income, mobilize slum dwellers to demand accountability of public and private stakeholders, and improve urban planning by consolidating first-hand information on slum populations. These bottom-up, local initiatives are the crucial link in the multi-level and multi-stakeholder network of slum alleviation policies. In order to finance these varied projects, we propose obtaining funding support from two main sources. First, an allocation of the national budget. it is likely that only a small reallocation of funds from the military budget is needed. For instance, the UN estimates that non-household water and sanitation improvements in Asia cost a reasonable average of US $55 per capita. This reallocation would enable the slum upgrading process to be initiated without affecting the ongoing peace process. It also enables the government to reduce criminal activity within slums and build stronger communities. Second, funds can be obtained from the international donor community or through World Bank loans. Over time, rents collected not only serve as a sustainable source of funds, but also provides the urban poor with a stake in the slum upgrading process. Ultimately, we emphasize the importance of consistent political commitment by the government, backed by long-term strategies with realistic national targets, adequate budgetary allocation, and coordination amongst the key stakeholders.